We are recording.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I feel
Back in
like
the saddle.
I feel like with the way that these work, because of the fact that your background is always purple and mine is always, well, actually this seems brighter than normal because it's like daylight is coming, thank God.
Sure, yeah.
And I
The
try to
sun's coming
always
back.
I try to always wear my merch. This feels like all of our bonus episodes are recorded at the same time.
Yeah, well, could you imagine if we just like stockpiled like a year's worth of bonus
Just
episodes?
one night, just did
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah. This is just one like 24-hour stream that we're doing just for us.
Yep. For no one else. No one
For
is
no one
tuning
else.
in.
Yeah.
The idea of I feel like I've only seen one person float this, and then no one else did because we didn't acknowledge it. I saw one person once do like, hey, you should record your episodes live. The idea of doing that
Yeah.
is terrifying to me.
Awful. Hate it.
We have quite a few friends who are on Twitch who we support.
Absolutely.
Cody and I tend to be on our friends' Twitch streams at the same time because we share one brain cell. And I'm just like, God damn it, Cody, what are you doing in this chat? Like,
this is my safe space
brain cell right now.
Listen, I understand that they were your friends first, but they are also now my friends. And so I know that the fault is on me for just, sliding on in there. But
it's great. No, I love it. I love that we run in the same circles. It's fantastic. The idea of being on for that many hours.
Yeah.
When that's already my job that I do.
Right.
And having to like, this is a constant question that I have for so many of my friends that do Twitch. Like, what happens when you have to burp? Like, when I teach and I have to like clear my throat, I can just like mute.
Right.
And I just tell my students like, oh, hold on, I gotta like clear my throat. Or sometimes I just don't tell them because like they don't own me. Like,
right.
But I feel
this is my body and my life.
Twitch just seems so intimate because for a lot of the things, like people are constantly reacting and not like tipping necessarily, but they're like, I don't know, they're kind of like paying to be there.
Kind of,
kind of, right? And like,
yeah, totally.
My students don't. They would pay to not be there if they could. And so
if that were an option, just a sub tier, you're like, all right, if you donate this much money for our class fund, you could just not show up.
For real.
You could just
some of them have really rich parents. They would just do that and be like, bye, literally never see you again.
Sorry.
And I would be like, cool, like done.
Yeah.
I will just go watch TikTok for the rest of the day. But the idea of doing this podcast where aside from this once a month, Cody and I don't look each other in the eyes.
No.
And it is the best part of my day because I just don't, I'm not being observed by anyone other than my cat. And like, he's right. It's great. Yeah. I just get to sit in these like embarrassing feelings about like Stephanie Meyer and no one gets to observe me. It's great. Y'all just get to like hear us. But
I also realized too that is not the norm for a lot of people that do podcasts pretty regularly, which is weird. Like,
it's so weird.
I think we made that decision early on to be like, yeah, let's just not do it. I think we're just like, that's too much bandwidth. I don't want to do like that. Just seems like a lot of work, whatever.
Absolutely not.
But like the rare times that I've been on like someone else's podcast, like it'll always be a video thing and I will not know that. It'll just be like, hey, and I'm like,
for real.
See that we do things differently here.
So many of the amazing guests that we've had had the
pleasure of
coming onto our show because we tend to use Skype. I don't know why we're talking about whatever.
Right. This is peek behind the curtain.
This is
what the people are begging for.
Come on with their cameras on, and we're like, oh. We forgot to tell you that we don't do this because we assume that it's the norm.
Yeah.
Whereas like a lot of celebrities who do podcasts, which like no shade, but, like, I don't need to hear any more from you all. Have video podcasts where they're in the same room together, and it's like, what?
No.
No. all of the podcasts that I started listening to years ago operate under a similar structure of the McElroys, where like, I want to be in a different state from you across the country.
Right.
That is how
that's it.
Is an audio medium. Why do you need to be in the same room with each other?
Right.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Very weird stuff.
Anyway, welcome to our audio podcast where we talk about how to make a podcast.
Yeah, we're going to tell you how to do this thing now.
We're finally going to break it down for you.
I mean, Cody could. From what I have understood about this over the past 4 years, is it is by no means easy.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like a lot of what we use is the less frustrating methods of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, we are here for something that Cody has been pressuring me to do, peer pressuring me, even though we grew up in a Dare years.
Yeah.
We grew up in a Dare generation. Been pressuring me to do for 4 years now.
Yeah.
And I finally caved because it is February, the month of romance.
Yes, this is your Valentine's gift to me.
It is. And it's,
thank you.
I am so glad that I did it. And so folks, we were talking about Jennifer's body. Finally.
Like angels singing. Like,
here's the thing. I grew up in a really fucked up way. I'm going to tell you all about my traumas. Let's not talk about Jennifer's body. I grew up in a horror movie, and I, at this time, I don't know why I didn't see this movie. This movie, all I knew about this going into it was that it was poorly marketed.
Yes, right.
And I think I fell for that.
Yeah.
Is that I knew it was a horror movie. After watching this, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Like
not really.
Not in what I know about horror movies.
It's pretty classic, like raunchy teen comedy. It just has like, it's cosplaying as a horror movie. You know what I mean? Like,
I get, like, if there's no other genre for it, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
I just classify it as gay.
Yeah, thank you. You're
like,
right. You are correct.
Like, I can very much imagine this going in the section that Netflix always does, which is like the rainbow emoji section.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, queer like, cult classics.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
right. Anyways, I am so glad that I watched this because a couple moments in, I was like, wait, oh my God. Like,
yeah.
Just right away with seeing Jennifer just like picking at her skin, just eye bags for days, Fall Out Boy posters on the walls, and I was like, oh no. If I had
I'm gonna feel seen in a way I wasn't expecting.
And just like just Amanda at the window, if I had seen this, folks, in high school, it would have changed my trajectory irreparably.
Right.
Here's the thing, folks. I was already playing softball. I was every stereotype. Like, I was in journalism. I was playing softball. Like, I didn't need
You were ticking the boxes already.
Yeah. I was on Tumblr. Like, I didn't need I didn't need any more help. I was just aggressively in denial. Yeah. I was just like an ally. Like, I supported people.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I have gay friends, but I
had gay friends.
I have gay friends.
If I had seen this, I would have just like dissolved in my Regal movie theater chair. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
Could you, I'm going to stop talking about me. Could you tell me about the first time that you saw this movie, please?
Oh gosh. I didn't watch it when it came out initially. I do know that. I was late to... Okay. All right. First time watching 2021 as bitch. All right. We want to play this game. Want to do this right
Interesting.
Listen, and I think a lot of that too is like because it was marketed so fucking weird. Like,
for real.
If it was like, this is like super campy horror, like girls are kissing, whatever, that kind of stuff, I would have been like, got it. Right. I'm here. But it was like, what if we made this horny for teen dudes and make it like Megan Fox, ding, ding, ding. That's it. That's the movie. And I was like, because I think at that point, and especially in 2009, we were all feeling a lot of Megan Fox fatigue that was fully founded in internalized misogyny. Absolutely. And just regular misogyny.
Right.
So I think I definitely like waited a little bit, but I think I watched it for the first time in like high school, like late high school or something. And I was like, whoa, nobody was telling me this is what this was about. What?
Yeah. I feel like when this came out too, it was like, all I can think of, my perception of Megan Fox at the time was like Transformers.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. And so it was like peak internal misogyny. Mm-hmm. Like when I saw her in that cropped sweater, just under her boobs, I was like, whoa, like that was me in middle school. And it's like, who let me buy that? But like, I just distinctly remember like that time in Transformers, which was like right before she was about to get blacklisted.
Right.
And so it was just like, Megan Fox. It's like, oh my God.
And like all of us collectively owe Megan Fox an apology for the crimes we committed against her. Her among many women, certainly, but like, man, I'm glad that, you know, Jennifer's Body is especially getting kind of like a resurgence now, because it's like, wow, Megan Fox is like actually very good and she's funny and she's like very good at doing things. It's great.
God, and she's so funny in this too. And that's so like watching this was such a fucking mind twist, because Amanda Seyfried, Megan Fox are so good in this.
Yeah.
And there are parts of this too that the script like really messed with my head, because it is also such a product of like 2008.
It is the most 2009, 2008 movie ever made. Period. Like that.
I did not expect. Okay, I'm gonna just for audience, I am going to talk about homophobia, and I'm talking about ableist language for like 2 minutes. So I want you to know that. So skip ahead for 2 minutes if that's going to bother you. I did not expect to hear the R word in the year of our Lord, 2021. Because I was like, oh shit, I forgot that like they just said that.
That was just a word that people said very casually.
And also the amalgamation of the Ev word and the R word, and just like, then you could just put that in a script and they'd be like, you know what, Greg?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Let's roll with it.
Oh my God. Can I also tell you, by the way, that very early into this, so I had no idea who was in the script. I knew that Amanda Seyfried was in this, and I knew that Megan Fox was in it, and that was all I needed.
Yeah, right. What else do you need?
I did not know that the boy from Scott Pilgrim,
Young Neil,
was a starring role.
He's so good.
And he does a great job.
I love that his whole, I don't know what he's up to now. I hope he's well. I hope he's thriving. But like, he spent all of the 2000s and 2010s being the same guy in every movie. Dude. And he's so good at it. It's like, yes, you just have your very swoopy hair and look so frail and sad all the time.
A boy with iron deficiency.
Yes. Really lost. Looks like he could fall over at any second.
Also, Adam Brody.
Yes. Come on.
Being the most dreamy, seducing substitute for Brendan Urie that I've ever seen.
Yes, he's doing his best Brendan Urie impression.
He's trying so hard.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I expected, again, in our year, the year of our Lord 2021, was to feel myself having the same amount of a crush that I had for Adam Brody to come back up. And of all things, was for him to have eyeliner. And I was like, oh, don't do this to me.
Yeah. Whoa. Hold on.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, no.
Nail polish? Whoa, stop.
Don't do this.
Singing?
This is too much. Speaking of too much, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that's honestly, that is, I don't think Chris Pratt was acting. I think he just wandered onto set. We should have known that Chris Pratt was who he is currently, and that we all just pretended that he wasn't, because he was showing. How did we not know? He's been this guy. Literally just like wearing an army,
literally, and just
at a bar.
I 100% believe that was just a cameo.
Yeah, he was just like he stumbled on there, like, oh, you want $50? Come on. Say 2 words and you're in.
Oh my god, this movie changed me as a person.
Yeah,
to just like. There's so much about Needy as a person.
Yeah.
Doing the whole, like, I'm going to do the before thing of wearing glasses and having my hair in front of my face.
Yeah.
And pretend like I'm not going to be attracted to my really hot friend who I'm psychically connected to because we shared blood as kids. The gayest thing I've ever heard.
It's so homosexual. Like, almost dumbfounded of how gay this movie is.
Because I texted you while we were watching this, and I was like, the fact that they didn't kiss when they were growing up is fake.
Yeah, not once.
Not once. But the fact that they shared blood is gayer.
Yeah, honestly, objectively more homoerotic.
100%. 100%.
Fellas, is it gay to swap blood with each other? And be eternally bonded forever. I don't know.
The fact that like Chip was like, yeah, it's really weird that you can like hear her thoughts, and it's like,
right,
you know what? Sometimes you're just psychically linked to your best friend.
It happens. You know, it happens. And like that's interesting too. Like there is a massive argument to be made that like Jennifer is like just a lesbian, like fully just a lesbian, because like she never shows any indication of attraction to men, period. It's just like, oh, I need it for my sustenance, I need it for my lifeblood. And has no like emotional connection to anything, has no real like, she just knows how to be with men and like teen boys or whatever, and it's like, cool, got it. And it's like there's never any like she is like romantically like they are both obsessed with each other, you know, in a very gay way. And she's just like, oh, also on the side, I am sleeping with and eating boys, but it's fully not a thing. Like, don't even worry about it. It's just, I need it for food.
That was one of my favorite things later on in the movie when she just like shows up in Needy's bed and is like, hey, so here's the lowdown. I know that I just crashed into your car.
Yeah.
But it's like all good. Hey, I know that you're like stressed out.
Right.
But here's what's going on.
Yeah. And she's like, what? How is this any different from when I just like sleep in your bed all the time anyway? We gossip. It's like, hello.
This movie is going to make me lose my mind. Oh my God. It's, wow, this movie's great. There was a moment that I was just thinking about that I just lost because I was getting stressed out about. I was getting hot. Oh my God. Okay. How could I possibly have forgotten about this? So I knew I was wrong. I knew about a couple of other moments about this, primarily because of Twitter. I knew about the lighter tongue thing.
Yes.
And I knew about the iconic like pink hoodie walking down the hallway thing.
Yeah.
I thought I had seen this quote floating around. I thought that it was fake. When Jennifer talks about getting Aquamarine on DVD.
Yes.
I thought that was made up. I thought it was one of those like
shit posts. Right. Because there's no way.
Because there's no way. There's no way that so many of my favorite things could have been put together.
And the fact that line follows and even like, and just it's an amazing sequence of dialogue where she's trying to like ask out this hot topic ass motherfucker.
Oh my god,
Colin, bless his soul, he did not deserve it, but he's great, love him. But he asked Jennifer out to be like, hey, they're doing Rocky Horror next week, do you want to like go with me? And she's like, yeah, I'm not really into sports movies, like I'm not into boxing movies. And he has a full meltdown being like, I don't even know how to and so he walks away and she's like, let me land this. How about you come to my house tonight? I got Aquamarine on DVD.
This movie is the best piece of cinema I've ever seen.
Diablo Cody, like everything she's ever written has just been a gift. We don't deserve it. It's amazing.
It was one of those things where I was like, Colin, you deserve the world.
Yes.
I love you so much, Colin.
Yes.
Especially when like, okay, I would be remiss to not talk about that fucking mind meld of a sex scene that happens. One of the gayest things I've ever seen, and I've watched Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Right. And Moonlight. Oh my god. The whole part, there's so many parts of that, but where Chip was like, am I like too big?
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh my god.
She's like, no, I'm fucking sonically linked to someone who is having sex and eating someone while we're having sex, and I'm having a bit of a crisis about it. I don't care about your penis, Chip. It's so good.
Oh my god. Yeah, this movie is great.
Yes.
And I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
And it was also like, I don't know how to say this because it might come off as like an insult, but it's not. It was like tight. It was like short.
Yeah.
Like movies these days are long.
What happened to good old-fashioned 90-minute movies?
I just don't have the attention span for long movies.
No, that's completely fair.
The last thing I can think of was I got really frustrated at the end when it seemed like Needy found the end of the kettle really easily.
Yeah.
And that really frustrated me.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But I did think that it was super cool that Needy got some of Jennifer's powers.
Yeah,
which was cool. Because listen, if a fucking bad band is gonna unnecessarily sacrifice you, the least that you can do is like kill the devil in her and get those powers. So
yeah, and then be able to like levitate while you're meditating in prison.
That
very
was
sick.
So cool.
Very sick.
Needy kicked the shit out of those people in that mental hospital, and it was badass. So
yeah, it is interesting too because that's like how she's introduced. Like I forgot how this movie started, and it's like totally different from like most of the movie. It's like this very weird intro about like her in the future and blah blah blah, and she's like, "Yeah, I was called the kicker because I kept kicking people."
I love it. Yeah. I highly enjoyed it.
Yes.
And weird sexual assault things and ableism and homophobia stuff aside, the gay stuff was really good.
Right. You know, that's the scales, you know.
Like, if you could like take the 2008 parts of it out and just keep the like gay stuff in, I like it.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah. and I think like, you know, I have cognitive dissonance. I can, two things can be true at once. Like
for sure.
I liked that. And I also enjoyed like recognizing like there is no need to have a sequel. You can just put the epilogue at the end.
Yeah, you could just like, end the movie. You could just have an ending. You could write it and there'd be an ending.
Yep. Yeah. Which I would have been fine with the satisfaction. Like I got where it was gonna go, but I also appreciate the like, oh, we can just also tell that too.
Yeah.
So, which I love it, and I would rewatch it again. So
hell yeah, success.
12 out of 10.
Also, impeccable soundtrack. Just
oh my god,
across the board.
Oh my god, yes.
That one Panic at the Disco song that for a while was only available like on the Jennifer's Body soundtrack, even though it's objectively one of their better songs. Fucking hits.
It's so
incredible.
Good. It feels like I can see now why this was a like fundamental movie for a lot of people.
Yeah,
and
for
still
sure.
Is.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand now.
It all clicks for sure.
It is. Yeah, it does. And I don't have a lot of regrets. I think it all happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But goddamn, this is a good movie.
Hell yeah.
So, goddamn. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, 12 out of 10.
Yeah, I think it's a correct rating. It's fair.
Just because like that pool water was
pretty gnarly. Yeah.
It's just nasty.
Yeah.
Just nasty. Y'all should tell us what to do next.
Yeah.
We
will do anything.
We will do anything. And I have heard, I know some of you have said that you are not above us doing 4 weddings. Which, hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
Right.
So
be careful what you wish for, is all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Especially in March, you know, that's some St. Patrick's Day.
Excuse me.
So
yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Say.
It was the grade. Yep. What if we just watch? What if what we review in March is that hot dog video that I always threaten you with?
You know, it's good. I don't think I've ever watched it in full. It might be nice to have a real deep dive.
Just review like shot by shot.
Yeah. One perfect shot. Like this frame of the hot dog.
Oh my god.
I hope people know what we're talking about. Otherwise, this is a very weird sequitur.
It's my favorite video on the internet.
Yeah.
My favorite one. It's so cursed. I love it so much.
I'm just glad every day that I don't live close enough to you that you could cast a YouTube video onto my TV. Every day
people
I'm
don't
thankful.
invite me to their homes is because I get a like parasocial relationship with their Xbox, and then I'm no matter where I go, I can connect to their Xbox and cast stuff to it. I form a like deep connection to it. No matter where I go across time and space, I can connect to their
You're always
Xbox.
bonded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful and it's sexual and it's powerful.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, I'm done with you. I'm done with you all, at least for until next month.
Yes.
I don't do that. I'm not a fucking cool ass bitch.
Okay, well. Oh shit.